Today, I want to talk to those of you who are feeling frustrated with your with your workouts or non-workouts. It's April, and this is the time of year where you look back and say, "Where did my New Year's resolutions go?" I was supposed to be walking 3 times a week. I was supposed to lose 10 pounds. I was supposed to buy a gym membership, and they're not there. And you could not even have started it. So today, because this time of year, that's when I get clients that are stuck, that have been trying to do things alone. So I want to reach those of you out there who may feel stuck. If you're feeling stuck, that you haven't completed your resolutions, that you haven't even started, or what's even more frustrating is that you started over and over and over again, and then you quit over and over again, and then you restart, and then you quit, and that leads to negative thoughts that you don't have enough willpower to do things. If you just get it right, I've tried to quit, nothing works for me. And that's when the negative rabbit hole thoughts begin. I know I have been personal training and health coaching for over 2 decades. It's the same self-inflicted pain that keeps us from our own selves and from our own magic inside of ourselves and our own thriving ability. So I want to give you a secret sauce today of what I teach all my clients. Today's theme is to talk about willpower and why willpower doesn't work. So before I get into that, hi, in case you haven't met me, I have a lot of new friend requests. My name is Carla Corona, and I created the Corona Method. I am a high performance health coach, and I help busy professionals stay at the top of their game through simple, effective health habits. So that way you can pretty much be unstoppable, and not just in your career and your workforce, but more importantly for yourself and your home and your relationships and the people around you. Right? Who doesn't want to be healthy? Health is wealth. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to talk about your frustrations with willpower. When I also had trouble quitting things and being in bad habits. So this comes from me having to experiment with this. Willpower is a muscle, first of all. And I think the sooner you understand that, the sooner you will understand your whole life. Willpower is a muscle. And what do muscles do? They work for you and they get fatigued. So if you're willpowering things all day, right? That's why if you feel like, gosh, by the morning I woke up with full intention to go to the gym after work, to bring a salad, and then it just all went to crap by the end of the day. And once again, I'm a failure. If that train of thought has hit you and you just keep saying to yourself, if I only had the willpower to cut the carbs, if I only had the willpower to get a gym membership, to go, or maybe you have a gym membership and you're not going. And I always hear this from my clients as we first start coaching and opening up. It's if I only had the willpower. And that seems to make sense. I think we've been taught that. But willpower is a muscle. So just think, as soon as you get up in the morning, you are making decisions all day. And if you are a high performer and you're at the top of your game at work, that is what you do. People pay you well to make decisions. You're at home making decisions on what to eat. Even on social media, when you are deciding to like or not like a post, that is taxing on your decision-making game, which taxes on your willpower. So if all morning starts out great and then mid-afternoon a mishap happens and there was an extra work meeting and then you skipped your meal and then you're making decisions about what to eat for dinner, where your husband needs to be at home, who's picking up the kids, like all these decisions are hitting you, and then at the end of the day, do you think that you're going to have enough willpower to say no to something? No, you'll just say, I'll do it tomorrow. So I want everybody to understand that everybody has willpower fatigue. So don't be hard on yourself. So the first step I want you to do is like a pre-step is let that go. Let that thought of, I don't have enough willpower and I'm not good at this health and fitness thing. Let that go. Everybody's willpower, even the strongest, gets fatigued. It's a muscle. So forgive yourself. Okay, so that's the mistake you're making. And that's okay. We got taught that. So today, right now, I'm going to dissipate that mistake. And I'm going to go through 3 steps, 3 simple steps to try to not try, we're going to do. We're going to shift the way you look at your habits and willpower. And then this will give you long-lasting habits, whether it's food habits, fitness habits, getting rid of bad habits. The formula works. So, you ready? Okay. Step 1, knowing how your brain works. We are built to have habits in our head, and that is a beautiful thing. That is why you don't have to learn how to drive every day. That is why you don't have to learn how to brush your teeth every day. Imagine if you had to do that all the time. So the brain loves habits so that it can put those habits on the back burner and then pull in more information, right? That's why you can drive and sing a song and wash your hands and not even think about it. Those habits need to run in the back burner. So it's not, the word habits isn't bad. It's just, let's understand how habits and the brain work together. So every habit, good or bad, no judgment here, has a formula, and it's 3 parts. Number 1, a cue, a trigger. So think about when you're in school. The bell rang, class is over, that cue is giving you direction. What's your next step? So that's the part 2, is the action. So you have the cue that drives you into the action. It's 3 o'clock, the bell rings. The action is to leave class, go to my locker, get the next books for the next class. And then the reward is most likely a dopamine hit. Okay, so the reward is, it's 3 o'clock, action step, go to the locker, get my books for the next class, and then the reward is I made it to class on time. That's a dopamine hit. I get to sit next to my friend. That's a dopamine hit. I actually like our class. That's a dopamine hit. So then here's the clicker, is that habits are not linear. So if you have your cue and then you have your action and the reward, it doesn't stop there. It's a loop. So your reward, what our brain keeps chasing, will start craving the cue. So let's give an example of a bad habit. Let's say when I get stressed, I go outside and smoke a cigarette. Okay, first of all, for those of you that know me, I do not smoke cigarettes. So just an example. I'm stressed. That's my cue. My action step is I'm going out and smoking the cigarette. The reward is the nicotine fix. Once again, it's a dopamine hit. So because the brain loves rewards and we will do everything, our little mouse brain does everything it can to chase the reward will make you start craving the stress. So it's cue, action, reward. Oh, I'm craving the stress. Oh, I'm stressed out. Let me go smoke a cigarette. So now your body wants to be stressed so that way it can get that reward. And this happens with every habit. Did you know that toothpaste, do not have to put that little tingly feeling in your mouth when you brush your teeth? But a long time ago, when people were gross and hygiene was kind of gross and people weren't taking showers and brushing their teeth on the regular, they were getting people to get in the habit of brushing their teeth. So they put the little flavoring tingling sensation. So that way, us as humans, as gross as we used to be, would crave that clean, tingly feeling. And that's how people in this country started brushing their teeth more often. Okay? The reward, something simple like that. So what do we do with that now that we know this information? Like I said, 1, stop blaming yourself. If you're in a bad habit, your brain got in the loop. You're not a bad person. You're not weak. Your willpower isn't weak. It's just fatigued. Second part is know these steps. Understand them. So I want to say the statistic is 80 to 90% of our brains work on subconscious. We do things subconsciously. And remember, that's not always a bad thing. Imagine if you had to learn how to drive every day. It would not be a productive day, right? So understand the formula. 1 is the cue, 2 is the action, and 3 is the reward. So start to look at your habits. So number 1, here's the steps. Ready? Step 1. What action do you want to start changing? I'll give you my real life example when I started experimenting with this. At 3 o'clock every day, I would get another Starbucks. It'd be like my fifth Starbucks cup because it was right next door to the gym I used to work at. And I knew I had to start changing that habit. I was staying up all night 'cause my caffeine intake was later in the day and all bad, all bad. So that's the habit I wanted to change, is drinking caffeine late in the afternoon. So number one, I'm like, all right, we're going to work on this. Number two, now that I'm aware, what's my cue? What's driving me to go? And I noticed, it's a 3 o'clock. What happens at 3 o'clock? I have a break between 3 and 3:30. I had a half-hour break between my clients. Okay, that's the cue. Don't judge it yet. Just know. Okay, cue. It's 3 o'clock. I have a break. Cue. My action that I want to change is going to Starbucks. But I'm going to keep doing that action until I figure out the third part of the formula, the reward. This takes experimenting. It took me a little bit to catch on. At first, my logical thought was, I'm craving the caffeine. I'm craving that energy. I must be tired at 3 o'clock. So I thought, okay, maybe I'm just tired. But I'm like, but then when I drink coffee, I'm staying up late at night. So let's do something else. So I got a non-caffeinated tea. All right, cool. So that was fine. And then I kept experimenting, but I couldn't stop myself from going. I was like, no, Carla, stop spending money. Stop going to Starbucks. I could not stop it. All the willpower was like, I would start fiending for it. But then I was still craving non-caffeinated drinks, so it wasn't that caffeine that was my reward. So I'm like, all right, so go back to the drawing board. 3 o'clock hits. That's my cue. The action is I'm going to Starbucks. I'm trying to stop, but what am I craving? And then it just really dawned on me. I'm in the gym like all morning, all night. So when 3 o'clock hit, I was craving sunshine. I was craving fresh air. I was craving going to Starbucks to say hi to all the friendly baristas that knew me. Some of them became my clients. I was social interacting with people that weren't at the gym. And then that's the dopamine I needed. Most of you are watching me. You know I'm a social butterfly. I need to go chit chat. So that's what I was craving. So instead of ordering either a caffeinated drink and spending money on a non-caffeinated drink, I ordered a big venti water. And I still felt great. And I still got my reward. So every day, notice nothing changed. Because once you have a habit loop, good luck. You can't break the loop. You have to use it with your brain instead of trying to fight the upside down stream. So at 3 o'clock, I'm like, yes, it's 3 o'clock. That's my cue. I'm going to go outside, get fresh air. Same action step, but the action that changed is my order was different. I still get my reward of socializing. And then it's okay that I keep craving that at 3 o'clock. Okay, so these things take experimentation. It takes time. But what I want you to get out of this today, your takeaway, is number one, awareness is always half of the battle. When you know your triggers and why you go into the action step and what that action, what kind of a reward it's bringing you, you have control over this. And something silly at 3 o'clock in Starbucks every day might not be a big deal. If you think, why even bother breaking that habit, right? Because that tiny habit of drinking caffeine at 3 in the afternoon was making me work late on my other projects, which means I wasn't sleeping until like 2, 3 in the morning. And then I needed caffeine first thing in the morning to get to my clients by 6. And then the cycle just kept continuing. And in the long term, that's not healthy, not getting sleep. Extra heart excitement from caffeine, that's just wear and tear on your heart for no reason. That's detrimental to my health in the long term. And with my grandpa that lived to be 102, like I really want to take care of myself. So my message here is the smallest habits will make those big changes. And if you're a high performer and you're used to being on the go, being the boss, every which way in your direction, it will tax you out. And you need endurance. You need the right endurance, which means you need healthy, hearty habits. If this resonated with you and you got like, oh my gosh, you had some aha moments and some epiphanies, like my video. You all know I don't have to explain the algorithm to you. If this helps, say, hi, Carla, I'm learning information today, or say hi in the comments. Also, 2 weeks from today, I'm having a workshop on Saturday, April 12th. Yes, this is April. Saturday, April 12th, 2 weeks from today. I'm having a workshop that's going to break these 3 steps down. So we're going to go about 30 minutes on each step. So come at the workshop with a habit that you want to change and that you haven't been able to because you've been trying to use willpower, which doesn't work, instead of knowing the habit loop formula. We will go over each step, about 30 minutes each step. So plan for an hour and a half. And at the end of this workshop, you will have action steps. I'll be right there walking you through it, answering your questions. Right now, since you're watching this and you are my Facebook fan club, the price is $67, but for you, if you just write workshop and you're actually interested, I will send you the link, and the price for you is only $44 because that's my lucky age this year, so we're all going to be lucky. It's $44 if you sign up this week. Secondly, I have a VIP section because it's me. So if you want to work more deeper than the workshop, you'll get the recording of the workshop, and then you'll have 2 30-minute one-on-one sessions with me. So that way you can really get to, maybe you need more than one habit accomplished. Maybe you're just really stuck with one and you need some help experimenting with what is driving you. Okay? I have those 2 options. Comment workshop if you are interested, or if anything resonated with you. Every day my clients come to me, those I've been working with, and they just keep blaming themselves. And I don't want this to be a world of blaming yourself, thinking that there's no help out there, that it's just, I've tried so many things and I just can't. I am here to help you. I am a health coach and certified behavior change specialist. So instead of trying to do things on your own, which I've tried to do and that never works either, I'm here to support you, and also the knowledge to break past your barriers and to see things that you haven't seen for yourself. All right, I will see you soon. Any questions, message me, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday and the rest of your weekend. Take care.